Greetings, everyone, friends and adults alike. So now, my young scholars, we're going to do what today, we're going to practice today what's called a song form, okay? A song form. And we're just working out how to make an order of music, okay? The order for which phrases follow, all right? So I'm going to play. It's almost we're gonna call it playing a game, okay? Just to make it a little bit more fun, okay? Because for some this may be a little tricky, but if you're truly looking and paying attention, it can actually be pretty fun when you're practicing with yourself or with someone else. Now we're gonna make a pattern. We're gonna call it the A pattern, okay? This is the A pattern, and we're going to make this A pattern this. That's your A pattern. Can you say that A pattern for me? First me, then you. 1, 2, 3 on me. Do, day, do, day, do. Your turn, here we go and say. Do, day, do, day, do. That's your A pattern, okay? Now, we're gonna make another pattern. We're going to call this the B pattern, okay? And this is your B pattern. Pretty much the exact opposite of what the A pattern is, okay? Now let's do your B pattern. First me, then you. Do, day, do, day. Now it's your turn. Here you go. Do, day, do, day. That's your B pattern. Let's make one more pattern. Of course, this is going to be the C pattern, okay? And this is your C pattern. Also, feel free to write these down if you'd like to as well, okay? If you need to pause and write these down, feel free to go ahead and do so. Now, this is your C pattern. Do-daddy, do-daddy, do-daddy. First me, then you. Do-daddy, do-daddy, do-daddy. Give it a go. C pattern and do-daddy, do-daddy, do-daddy. Okay, that's your C pattern. Now, this is what's going to happen. We're going to do a few different numbers, okay? Let's go ahead and write number 1 on our paper. Or measures. Let's call it measure 1, okay? Measures. And this is measure 1. Let's say I told you this is measure 1. Do, day, do, day, do. Do-daddy, do-daddy, do-daddy. I'll do that for you again. This would be measure 1. Do, day, do, day, do. Do-daddy, do-daddy, do-daddy. Now, some of you may have been wondering, oh, you didn't do the B pattern. That's right, I didn't do the B pattern. It's because I only wanted to do patterns A and C. That being said, since I only did patterns A and C, you're going to have to write in that order the pattern I did for number 1, okay? And this is just for practice before I get into actually letting you do these by yourself, okay? So I said A first, and then I said C. So the song form for number 1 would be A, C. Okay? The song form for number 1 would be A, C. All right? Matter of fact, let's go ahead and put. And once again, today we're doing song form, okay? Now, if I were to write number 2, and I would say, number 2 is this. Do-dotty do, do-dotty do-dotty, do-day, do-day. Again, this is number 2, or measure 2 rather. Do-dotty do-dotty do-dotty, do-day, do-day. If I were to say, what is the pattern for number 2? You would draw C first, the song form for number 2 that is. You would draw C first, and then you would draw B. Why is that? Because I actually said the C pattern first, and then I said the B pattern, all right? I did do-dotty, 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 do-day, do-day. So I wrote that in order, C, B. Okay? Now, this is number 3, measure 3. I'm going to play it for you on the piano, and you're going to have to guess what is the song form for number 3. I will give you a hint. You will only have 2 patterns to figure out what your song form is. You're only going to have 2 patterns, okay? They're going to get a little bit harder. I may add a pattern from here on out. But for number 3, measure 3, it is only 2 patterns. Okay, let's see if you can hear it. 1, 2, 3, and. Oh, let's try that one more time. I'll do it once more. What did you write for measure 3? What is the song form? If you heard this inside of it, do-day, 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 do-day. If you heard that, you are correct. And that means you should have written down A and C. Okay? I did another A and C measure, song form, that is. Okay? A and C. So write down number 4, and this time I'm going to have 3 patterns for this song form. You're going to have to guess what the 3 patterns are. Okay? We only have A, B, and C for now. Okay? And here we go. 1, 2, 3, I'll do it once more. For For those, if you need to hear it one more time, I'll do it once more. What was the pattern for number 4? Measure 4. What was the pattern? Now, if you said B, A, and then if you put another B, you are correct. Bum, 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 bum. Okay? Whatever you hear the piano doing with the chords, however it's playing, all you have to do is say it in your head. Okay, am I hearing do's, do-days, do-da-dees? What's going on? And you should have heard do, do-day, do, do-day, do-day, do, do-day, do, or something like that, okay? All right? Now, for number 5, so once again, measure 4, the pattern is B-A-B, okay? Because I did B, then I did A, then I did B again. Now this is number 5. Measure 5, here we go. And for this one, I'm going to give you 4 of them. I'm going to give you 4 of them, okay? Number 5. That one might have been a little bit trickier for you, but I'll do it for you once more for you, or once or twice for you, okay? Once again, I'm going to have 4 of them on this one, and this is for measure 5. Okay? And here we go. 1, 2, 3, and... A nice way of figuring out what pattern, when they get long, when these patterns get long and get a little bit harder, one quick way of figuring out what the pattern is to actually write down the letters, write them down as I play them. If once you hear something, write it down. So if you heard B first, go ahead and write that down. Then if you're hearing C, write that down. That way, when I repeat it, I said, then you can just go back and check if you actually wrote the right thing down or if you need to change anything, okay? So, I'll do it once more. Number 5, measure 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I messed up number 5. Let me try it again once more. That was my fault. Here we go. Measure 5. 1, 2, 3, and go. So, what did you write for measure 5? What's the song for? Now, if you did this, A was first, and then what did I do? Do da dee do, do da dee do da dee, which was C. And then what did I do? Dum dee do, do da do. That was A. I went back to A. And what was the last one that I do? Do, do, day, do, do, day. If you wrote that, excellent job. That's my song form. ACAB. That would be my song form, okay? Now, if you need help figuring out what song forms are, make sure you email me, okay? Because guess what? Knowing how patterns work and song forms work, it'll help you learn songs quicker. And maybe if you have that favorite song on the radio that you really like, or if you're making your own music or making your own rhythms, you're trying to know how to do your own thing as far as music is concerned. People like patterns. People like things that repeat and that they can easily remember, okay? So getting good at knowing how to do these song forms and knowing how to make these patterns, it still goes a long way towards creating your own music and actually learning your own types of musics and phrases, okay? And knowing how to figure things out if you got to figure out songs and how to play them and sing them and things like that, okay? So that being said, email me if you need to, and I hope everyone has good practice. Thank you and have a great day, everyone.